Someday, somewhere, someone is going to give your memorial at your funeral. And what are they going to say? That will be your legacy. And by the time it's your funeral, it'll be too late to control what that legacy was. So I want to talk to you today about what a legacy is. I'm Scott Hammond, and I want to talk about how to identify your legacy, who the audience of your legacy might be, and number three, to talk to you about what's the venue of your legacy, what's your medium, what's your platform for your legacy going to be. So how will you identify your positive legacy? One way is to survey with people that you trust, that are safe people, and ask them, hey, when you think about me or my life or how I conduct myself, what do you think of? What are some of the things that come to mind in terms of a legacy? What do you see me as accomplishing with my life? And funny, people will really feed back to you, so be ready for it. And remember, it's often not what you think versus what they know. So they'll tell you stuff that you didn't even consider. One story was my wife and I were coming home from church. I said, hey, hon, I think I'm about this and such and so. And she goes, no, you're not. And she shook her head as only a wife could do. And she said, Scott, I thought, boy, here it comes. She said, Scott, like your father, young people and young adults love you. Wait a minute, that's not what I thought. And I got it because she gave it to me straight. So who are safe people in your life that you could ask today to find out about what you're about? What am I about? And maybe they would feed back freely to you and tell you a little bit about who you are. Number two, what about your passion test? What would you say you're passionate for? What would you do for free if they let you? Who do you care about? What things do you pray about, cry about, weep about? What causes, what people, what groups, what ideas really resonate with you? Those are some of the things about who your legacy is and your own personal gifts. And then lastly, write this stuff down. Put down what you've learned about what others tell you about who you are, about your own passions. Put those to paper. Pen to paper really works great if you write this stuff down, and you'll now have some seeds of what your own personal legacy is. Number two, who's your audience? Who loves it when you show up, when you pick up the phone? Who digs you, baby? Who loves it when you throw down, they pick up? What group of people? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it somebody close to you that you care about? It could be a people group, people that really like to listen to you. Find out who they are and find out what they're hearing from you that they like. And you'll kind of start to see, hey, maybe these are people I could speak to in my life. And then lastly but not least, your platform. What's your legacy platform? What's your medium? Is it video? Do you have a blog? Are you a writer? Did you write a book? Are you an artist? Do you have a CD? Did you sculpt? Did you raise a great family? Did you leave a great business legacy behind? What are your gifts? What are you looking for, and what have you built in your life that speaks to that life of significance, that life of meaning, and that life of a positive legacy? One part of a legacy is positive communication. Sometimes it's just picking up a phone and calling somebody you love, whether it's a family member or a spouse or a child. My dad, Bob, he used to call me, and we would talk every Saturday mornings, and I began to call him regularly, and he would really look forward to that call, and it was a big piece of our legacy, and it was always a word of encouragement from father to son saying, keep after it, keep going, be encouraged, don't stop, pursue your goals and your dreams. I'll end with a story. I was in the Bay Area at a speaking school, and I was sitting at a Starbucks with a coach, and Michael said, Scott, what do you want to talk about? When you become a speaker, what do you think your venue is going to be? And I said, I don't know. Could I be a sales trainer? I mean, sales training's cool. He said, come on, man. As only a coach could say, come on, man. He goes, sales trainers are a dime a dozen. There's 2 million of them all over Google. Really? I said, well, what? He goes, Scott, I'm going to give you a clue. When you talk about your family, when you talk about your your marriage, you talk about your kids, your face brightens up and you're on fire. I said, really? Again, what others know versus what we think. Survey people, ask them, they'll tell you. And so I said, really? And he goes, yeah, you could be the next Dr. Phil for dads and fathers. I said, wow, that'd be great. And little did I know I'd write a book called The Everyday Dad and actually run with that vision. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do to leave your legacy? You're going to identify it. You're going to find out who listens to you and resonates with you and loves you. And thirdly, you're going to find your platform. What's your voice? What is your voice going to look like? Will it be art? Will it be just one-on-one with people? Will it be calling your kids once a week? Maybe it could be 1,000 different, your golf game. Maybe it's building an awesome nonprofit organization that'll change the world. What will it be for you to leave your life of significance, life of meaning, and leave an awesome legacy? Because our world will be lesser for it if you don't start to leave your legacy soon and with intention. I'm Scott Hammond, wishing you an awesome legacy day every day.